Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of I Need Friends, a podcast about whatever. I'm Kelly. I got seriously tripped up the other day. I guess someone just this past month in November has also started a podcast called I Need Friends. And sometimes when I'm leaving the house, I'll put my thing on Alexa so that my podcast on Alexa so that my dog can hear my voice. I mean, I've done it a couple times. I don't think it helps, so I don't do it a lot. But I was like, hey, Alexa, play I Need Friends. And it came up playing I Need Friends, episode 3, Living with Anxiety. And I'm like, wait, what? Because I almost did an episode recently called Living with Anxiety. And I was like, what? I never made this episode 3. And then a dude starts talking. And I was like, well, that's because we're living in a simulation. So that would have repeated there. But yeah, I'm not that dude. Whoever that is. We're both living with anxiety though. So whoever you are, buddy, you're not alone, friend. All right. Today we're going to be talking about or reading through really some of Chris Watts' prison letters, which I don't think it's mail that he ever responded to. I'm not sure if he ever even saw or looked at it. It's just random people sending him mail while he's in jail. It's strange. It's really strange. So if you're not familiar with Chris Watts, he killed his wife and 2 daughters, very young daughters. His wife was pregnant as well. In what seems like, we'll never really know for sure, but what seems like he had started cheating on his wife and got this girlfriend, and it seemed like he just kind of wanted to have a life with her and not have anything to do with his wife. But he is probably one of the dumbest murderers ever, maybe a little arrogant. He definitely thought that he was going to have more time to cover his tracks, and he didn't. His wife was Shanann Watts, so I don't know if any of those names sound familiar. I'd be surprised if you didn't hear about the case. I've been really fascinated with this case just because of the behavior of Chris Watts, and also Shanann Watts, his deceased wife, who he killed. God, my hair's always doing something crazy. I swear I'm going to put it up one time and then I won't have to worry about it. But until then, but his deceased wife, Shanann Watts, would post so much of her life and her kids' life and their family life on social media. So there was just so much available. And then even after the case, you had all the body cam footage, his neighbor's security cam footage, his interview footage with police, the total footage from his polygraph. So ever since I saw the documentary that they have about it on Netflix, I got pretty interested in the case, and I've watched, the entire interview with police. I've watched the entire polygraph. I've watched all the body cam footage. This is over months. I didn't, spend a lot of time doing this. And then I've also been reading through the court case documents. It's almost 2,000 pages. So that was definitely taking months. Although some of the pages you can kind of skip through, a lot of it is notes. There's so much paperwork involved with police work and medical examiners and coroners and body transportation and just all of that. It's insane. It's a good thing that there is this much paperwork and documentation, but it's a lot. So in those court case documents, you have the letters that he was sent in jail, because I guess they got to keep those for a record. And it's so the summary of what the letters were for whatever officer that was putting this in, it's just talking about the letters he received. The letters consisted of personal letters from people asking to be pen pals and several religious quotes, verses, etc. And yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. So there was like, I think over 200 pages of mail that he got from these people. Now, some of it was just like photocopies of the envelope. So it's not like every part of the 200 page was mail, but something about these ladies. What is it about a man that murders his wife and children that makes you want to talk to him and get to know him more? Okay, hold on. So there's this one woman. I don't want to I don't want to read any, I don't want to share any of the names. I'm going to read all this. I mean, and you can go, like, you could go find it. You could look it up and find it yourself. But I just like, I'm, the content to me is weird and funny and baffling. I don't mean to like make fun of the people behind it, but just, it's just weird. I feel like, I feel like we got to explore this a little bit. So let me see, because one of these, this first one I have here, this woman wrote, I think, 5 letters at least within the span of like a month, maybe a little bit less. And he didn't respond to any of these. He's not responding to these letters. Let's see what we got. Look at all these pages. All of these were letters that she sent. Okay. Hey, Chris, it's Friday. Just want to touch base with you this week. I really feel like I need to tell you things are going to be okay. I know you must have 1,000 things on your mind right now, but truly know you can have a positive outcome to what lies ahead of you. I promise God can turn this around for you in ways you can't even imagine. Just trust him, because I too have been in some pretty bad situations. And once I surrendered it over to Jesus and kind of just gave up because there wasn't anything I could do at that point, things had a way of being okay. Like I said in my letter last week, you are a kind, decent man. And right now, please don't give up on yourself. You're a kind, decent man. Well, now, I think, to be fair, I think this was before his confession, when he confessed to police. There are people that believe in you. Just please don't give up. Okay, enough preaching. Here are some things going on. I'm sending a couple of postcards so you can see where I live. Like I said earlier, there's some hard parts to living on Maui. Yeesh. If people only knew. Just, and then she's going on and on about what it's like to live in Maui and talking about how she used to live in Colorado and she wants to go live in New Zealand. She's like, oh, it's pure heaven. I dream of visiting Switzerland, Norway, and Sweden. As far as local news, we're due for another hurricane this coming week, Olivia. I didn't believe it, but I guess I have to be prepared. Damn, I'm just happy if I don't have to go to work. LOL. Did you ever have to experience hurricanes at all? They definitely can be a little scary. What? This is okay. Keep in mind that this person has just recently been arrested for murdering his wife. He's in jail. So again, if you're not very familiar with the case, you're only somewhat familiar. When he confessed to murdering his wife, what he first said was that his wife killed his children and that he killed his wife because of the rage and then just disposed of all their bodies. Well, we later found out that wasn't true. I think we kind of knew it wasn't true anyway before we found that out. So I guess people are maybe still on his side about it. I don't know. But then she starts going on about, I don't watch any TV if I can help it, but I do like YouTube and documentaries, things that make you laugh. Yes, like Seinfeld, my fave. I can't stand politics either. If I can go one day without seeing Trump's face or hear about his rants, that's a good day. However, I did go to a Bernie Sanders rally. What? What are you talking about? I do see where I cannot send stamps or envelopes that you can write me back if you wanted to. Oh, well. However, I'm totally happy to accept a collect call if you need someone to talk to. I have not told anyone I'm writing to you. It's none of their business. I promise confidence and support if you need it. I just want to give you some hope. Tomorrow will be a better day. Your friend. What are you doing? Then she's all like, I understand that you cannot write me back or call if you ever wanted to. So I'm just going to keep touching base and reminding you that there are people on your side. Me. I feel there is an incredible miracle around the corner for you. Please do not give up. On a side note, because I love football, of course I love the Buffs. Is that what it says? But I also love Cornhuskers and couldn't believe they actually beat Nebraska last week. What? 33-28. Wow. What? Then she just goes right into football, talking about football. Like, okie dokie, get some good sleep, get those thoughts on the right track. Might take some discipline, but you can do this, my dear. Stay the course, and God will bless you. And then there's more. She's, I think you're gonna get through this. Like, Jesus forgives anything. There's always hope. It's never as bad as it seems. Now on to other news. I know you're from North Carolina, and as I write this, they are getting pummeled by the hurricane. Wooey. I wonder why they got hit so hard when we're sitting in the middle of the Pacific with nothing around us here in Hawaii. Yet our hurricanes never really do much damage. As a matter of fact, we had one 2 days. Okay, why would he care? Why would this person care about the weather in Hawaii? He doesn't know you at all. He has nothing to do with you. Oh, but you sent him some postcards of where you live. Like, yeah, she sent him postcards. She's like, Chris, those two buildings called the Whaler, a total monstrosity. Yeah, she put an A, not an O. Is the resort property that I booked. Boring. LOL. However, my actual office is located in Kahana. The beach is nice though, lots of sharks. Kidding, just a few. What is happening? What is happening? I still have so much more from this lady. I can't even read all of this to you. Look, it's okay. She's still going on about the storm. And then, okay, I have a joke for you from my Amazon Echo. How do you wake up Lady Gaga? LOL. Poker face. Well, Amazon Echo, way to come at me with the jokes there. She even put in this letter, hold on, can you see? There's the joke with the asterisks, and then it's down here. So she wouldn't give it away, some suspense, right? Looks like I won't be moving back to Colorado anytime soon as I hoped. Like I said before, I feel the need to support you emotionally and mentally. You don't have to go this alone. I know I'm just a random lady from Hawaii, but still, I offer friendship, support. Why? Why are you offering friendship and support? I'm sure that there's plenty of people in Hawaii that would love to talk with you and meet you and chat with you. I don't know, probably. So, okay, look, now it's one of the later letters that she sent, I think, but it was supposed to be the first one. So the first time that she sent this dude a letter, Chris Watts, this murderer, the first time she sent this murderer a letter to be his pen pal, she included an envelope with a stamp on it. And I guess you can't do that. So they sent it back to her. So she sent other letters before that one got sent back to her. So she's sending more letters before he even has time to respond. What do you think I'm so confused. Like, what's your method there? Like, oh, hey, Chris, just wanted to write and say hello and introduce myself. I know you're going through a tough time right now, and I hope this letter gives you some hope. I currently live in Hawaii on the island of Maui, but I'm from Longmont originally. Okay. I moved here in 2005. As I write this, we are currently in the middle of a hurricane, so no work today. Okay. Why would he care? Why do you feel the need to share this information? Like, start a blog or something, get an account on Medium, go to WordPress and make your own little website and write about it there. Why are you writing this person? My goal in reaching out to you is to hopefully form a pen pal friendship and give you something to do and maybe something to look forward to. I'm an optimistic person and try to find the good in any situation. Like murdering your wife and children. Surely we can find some. No, she didn't say that part. I threw that part in. But she did say find the good in a situation. I'm sure that deep down you are a wonderful, interesting, and decent man. I like humor and jokes and know firsthand that a good hearty laugh can lift your spirits. I'd be happy to send you funny and interesting articles and pictures. You must be bored. I'm sorry about that. Like, I'm just so, this is so weird. I have to say, I feel like I've met you before, maybe in Longmont or Aspen. Were you ever over here in Maui recently? So strange, but I feel like we've crossed paths somewhere. In any case, I'm happy to be some support for you. Okay, take care and aloha for now, your friend. I'm on your side. Everyone needs someone in their corner. Do they let you have a TV? Do you need books to read or magazines or even a Bible? Please let me know. I can help send those to you. Here's another one. This is almost a month after she sent the first one. So I guess she'd sent several and then got that letter back and then realized, she's like, gosh, I feel like an idiot as I didn't know the rules on what I can include in my letters to you. Hence, I initially put a self-addressed stamped. Like, okay, how are you holding up, my dear? I hope you have a great support system. I hope that while you're in prison for murdering your wife and children, you have a great support system. This is so weird. God has a way of making that happen to you. Just give everything over to him to take care of and figure out. Trust and he will help you. I promise. Like, it's almost every single letter in here is referencing God or something religious. How are your meals? I hope they're somewhat decent and okay. I know I asked you before, but I wonder and hope that you can at least listen to music. I'd love to know what your favorite bands are. If you could see one band perform live, who would it be and where? Oh my gosh. And then like on a side note, did you ever see bad lip reading for NFL or the political debates? OMG, I just discovered it again, and that's some funny stuff. They even have Zuckerberg, total weirdo, going before Congress about how he knew his Facebook supported hacks. Too darn funny. Hopefully, at some point, you get to watch the internet. Hope you get to watch the internet. There's all, I mean, there's just, let's see how many pages this was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's not even, I didn't even grab all of her letters. I couldn't. How would I have time to go through all of this? How would I possibly be able to read all of this to you? You know? And what she doesn't know is that she had a lot of competition. She had ladies sending envelopes that look like this. Yeah, that's the photocopy of one of the envelopes by this girl. We're going to call her Candy. That's not her name, but that's what we're going to call her. She's also pretty infatuated with Chris, and she didn't send him quite as many letters as the other lady did. I don't think, but she's really, really into him. She just, look, she does like the really like bubbly writing and has like the hearts in her exclamation point. It's like, oh, here we go. Here's something without. See, she's like, so it makes me think that she's kind of young, but then she talks about like having a kid. So she can't be that young. Hey, Chris, this is Candice again. So I called Will County Jail and talked to someone, and he said that you would need to add me, but if you don't, then that's fine. I'll just continue to write letters. LOL. Anyway, I hope that you're doing okay. Believe it or not, I think about you often. Well, actually, a shit ton. LOL. My cousin shared a news story about you on FB, and honest to God, I got so upset about the stupid ass comments the assholes were saying about you. OMG, I was legit mad as hell. I absolutely do not believe what everyone is saying about you. In my eyes, they're all wrong. Like I said in my previous letters, yeah, this was not the first one that she sent, that I really do care about you. Don't ask me why. Maybe I'm nuts, crazy, LOL. Chris, I will stop writing you if you want me to. It's just that I want you to tell me that. I was so hoping that I would have heard from you by now. But nope, and that's okay. Well, not really, LOL. Just want you to know that I believe in you 100%. I want to get to know you so bad, it's not even funny. I know that we do not know one another, but in my heart, I truly want that to change. Please add me to your visitation life, and trust me, you will not be sorry. Can we be pen pals? I'm going to be at your next hearing in November. What? Whoa. Gosh, you're going to his hearing? What are you don't, Candy. Don't go there. Don't go there. I will be there for support. Literally, you're on my mind almost every single day since you were on the news. And I was like, OMFG, I have to meet this man. And I was determined to do that. Trust me when I say this. I do not care what happened or whatever, but I really, really do care about you. Don't know why, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be constantly writing you, hoping that you have been reading them. I mean, I guess one could dream, right? LOL. You can call me whenever. I will accept the charges in a heartbeat. I'm seriously not even joking. You are very, very special to me. You have absolutely no idea how much grief and heartache I'm getting every day because I'm literally trying almost every day to make contact with you. And so far, I've had 0%, no luck. I'm a little embarrassed, but that's okay. As long as I'm writing you, all of my embarrassment literally goes out the window. I don't care what my friends and family think. I really, really don't. Oh, well, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm hoping that you write me back. I really do. Take care of yourself and we'll continue to write and send letters for as long as it takes. 2 days later, she sent another letter. Hey, hey, what's up? Hope all is well. It's Sunday, September 10th or the 9th. LOL. I've lost track of days here lately. Anyway, I'm just getting ready for work, 3 to 9 p.m. I'm kind of a manager shift lead. LOL. My job's okay, I guess. LOL. It's a job, right? I hope you've been getting all my letters. I guess one can only hope, right? I'm going to guess that by your silence that you don't want to talk to me. But that's okay because I swear to God, I won't stop till you write me back at least one time. LMAO. All I want is to be your friend, and honest to God, I can legit say this till I'm blue in the face for real. Whoa, lady, calm down. When I send my next letter, I'll also send a pic of me so that way you can see who's been contacting you this entire time. I would heart to come visit you. She put 3 hearts there. See? Heart to come visit you. Love, love, love. Sometime, if it's okay with you, like I'd said before, that I'll be at your next hearing on November 19th at 10:30 in District 16, right? Just had a little mishap with my daughter. LOL. She got super mad at me because I wouldn't let her use or play with my phone to play Roblox Fortnite. And she started to throw a huge ass fit, throwing her normal daily temper tantrum and started kicking my table that had my wax warmer on it. And of course, that fell on the table and directly onto my phone. Grr. I was hella mad. LMAO, but it's all good. She can use her iPad from here on out. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go for now. I'll write another letter here in a few days. Love always. What? What? Why? Why are people doing this? This is so strange. I feel like this is like the personality type that would like catfish people. I don't know. And like so like I said, there were a bunch of letters from other women in here and like a few of them did have pictures and these were like normal, decent looking, like good looking women. It's so strange. It's not like it's a new, phenomenon. Like, serial killers get like fan mail and have like prison girlfriends, pen pal girlfriends. What would you call those? What do you call a girlfriend that you met while you were in jail via letter writing and continue to stay with? There's got to be a term for that. Someone tell me. So, and then there was some stuff about like, there were guys writing too, just trying to be friends. Like there was this one dude who wrote and was like, he's like talking about his tractor. Okay. I don't know. That was so weird. And then of course you get the religious stuff. And there was like so much, there was some crazy, like these gospel tracks at like, I don't know, probably like 50 pages of stuff like this. It's got like just random verses selected that they think apply to whatever they're trying to talk about, whether it's like obedience or being tempted by Satan or being a disciple for the Lord or forgiveness or sin and praying and stuff like that. And then at the end, they have these worksheets that like ask questions what do we learn about honesty in 2 Corinthians 2, Colossians 3:9, Proverbs 11:1? What do we learn about humility in Proverbs 13:10? What do we learn about love in John 13? And then there's just all these like questions and answers. And so it's like, well, what are they supposed to like, are they supposed to fill it out and mail it back and get it graded? Like, what's going on? And they sent one that was like completely in Spanish. And then it looked like, just based on the way that the mail came in, it like dropped into the mail and they were like, oh, fuck, that's the Spanish one. I mean, it's from a church. They probably didn't say fuck, but they're like, oh no, it's the Spanish one. This one here is my favorite. Satan the tempter, from the day that you received Jesus Christ as Savior, you entered into a spiritual warfare. Your enemy is the devil, and he will do everything in his power to make you a discouraged, doubting, defeated Christian. Be aware of his wiles. Trust in the Lord for your victory. That's the one with this exciting picture. I don't know what that's supposed to be. A lion dog? I don't know. But they also, look, they send you a nice little handy calendar. Oh, so you know how many days you've been in jail. You can cross them off. 1 day in jail, 2 days in jail, 3 days in jail. It's fun. It's like an advent calendar with no prizes. And then you're like, oh, what is this? Praying for prisoners can send in their prayer requests. And it's mostly friends and family. Some of it's kind of sad though. But then, so I kept reading this little track thing, and then they have something on the end. So you can mail stuff in, I guess, like to get more Bible study material. I guess you have to pay for it. I didn't see anything about it in what they sent. But they're asking you to like pray, not just for the other prisoners, but for them as well. Please pray for Living Cross Prison Ministries and religious publications, that God continues to bring in the finances. We receive very little support. We're dependent on God's mercy and grace, as well as prisoners. You know, the Holy Trinity, mercy, grace, and prisoners. That's to help support this work with their money and stamps. Wow. Please pray for Chaplain Bill. God has healed him of cancer. He was chemo for 6 months. Oh, well, so the chemo, I guess, and needs prayer to be able to continue writing to juveniles. I feel like that could have been worded better, maybe. Please pray for our personal finances. There it is. That God will continue to bless us so that we can continue to support this ministry. Pray that God grant us a tariff increase for our business and works out our tax problems with the IRS and the state. Please pray. Orders can take up to eight weeks. Please be patient. Look, I'm not joking. They really said the IRS and tax stuff. What? Please pray for our tax problems. This just seems like really sketchy overall. I mean, there was like normal religious stuff, like just regular like pastors writing in. Like there was this pastor from North Carolina. It's like it didn't get weird until like the very last line. It was like typical Southern preacher, like writing in like this like lovely penmanship here. And Mr. Watts, I pray for you on this day and for your family as you move through this, the darkest hour of your life. Reach out to Christ and know this. What are the chances that you may get this letter? I am unsure of that. Yet I had to write to you and let you know that Christ will never leave you. Forgiveness and mercy is what built the cross he died on for you and I. Okay. So you're like, all right, that's what you would expect a pastor to send. He will offer you forgiveness. He will never leave you. And he's like, you're welcome to respond to my declaration, for your comments are welcome. Speak to your mother and father when time permits, in Christ's name. That's it. That's how he finished the letter. Speak to your mother and father when time permits. Growing up in a church and going to a Southern Baptist church for a long time, I don't know how that's relevant to everything else that happened here. Speak to your mother and father when time permits. Why? I don't, for what? for what purpose? And then you get like the crazy religious stuff where people just this is the kind of stuff that like reminds me of working, and I used to work in a senior community. It was 55 and up independent living, but there were some people that really should not have been living independently. It's actually really sad. Our society does not a very good job taking care of our seniors. It's really sad. That's for another time, but this is just I, I was just so confused reading this the first time. I mean, I've heard stories like this, especially working in a senior community. I heard some kind of wacky stories where you're like, I think you're having a hallucination, probably. But so this lady, she wants to give. She had also sent several letters. She was not hitting on him. She's not trying to date him. She seems old. Okay, it's an old person. Hello, Chris. I just thought I'd write again. I'd like to share my testimony with you. My son was sitting on the porch and yelled for me to go down and look at something. So when I got outside, there was a huge round white ball above the mountains. I was freaking out bad. As we were watching it, it was shooting things out of each side and the bottom. Not sure what, but they slowly dissipated for like 45 minutes. As those were leaving, the round white ball turned gold, and then it turned into a perfect square. Then it slowly dissipated. Well, I was at a loss. We all were. No one's seen this but my family and our neighbor. I wasn't serving Christ at the time, but I can tell you what, I ran into the guest bedroom. I got on my knees and I prayed and couldn't eat or sleep for 2 weeks. I kept asking the Lord after repenting and fasting, please, Father, tell me what that was. It is scary. After the second week, no, really, like all this is in here. After the second week, he said, it was me. I was dropping off my angels to wake the elect. I had no clue what elect was or who. So I started reading my Bible and studying prophecy. It's been 5 years and now I know. Yeah, so then she gets into how like she knew that it was God and she knows that God's real and so many strange things have happened to her, and if these weird things weren't happening, then she wouldn't know that it's real. I want to be a sister in Christ. Please write me back. I'd love to hear from you. If you don't, I will continue to write unless you reject the next one. I will stop, okay? Blessings and peace to you, my friend, always. So she's just like, let me tell you about this giant ball I saw over the mountains, and it was God and his angels. Hi again. I didn't want to leave you in suspense after all that happened. The Lord told me it was him excavating his angels to walk his elect. Boy, did I go through many changes. I prayed again and asked Father, what was that did I see? It was the New Jerusalem. Oh, the New Jerusalem is 150,000 miles high, long and wide, which is a cube. Then she made a drawing of what New Jerusalem is, I guess, which is a cube. It has 12 pearly gates, 12 stones, and 12 levels. I'm not a good artist and my writing sucks. Sorry. It's not exactly a cube, but I try. This poor lady. God, I hope she has some friends. So it turns out we got a huge treat that day. The New Jerusalem will come down after the tribulation with Jesus and all of us that would chose to serve him and repent to rule and reign with Christ. But before that happens, the rapture is going to take place. So saints, us, will be caught up in the clouds after the dead in Christ rise first and go up. The more I study, the more it's all making sense. Yes, the more I read, the more this is definitely making sense to me, lady. It was in the days of Noah. I forgot to ask you. I bet you already know a lot of what I'm talking about. No, No one knows what you're talking about. Regarding the Bible, repenting, if not, it's okay. I can teach you a lot. Till next time. Oh, I will tell you about a visit I had by an angel. I hope you believe me. Your friend and sister in Christ. P.S. If you don't want to hear from me, please write on a paper and send it. No more, okay? Thanks anyway. Can you do that for me, please? And that's how she ended the letter. And there were a couple more from her, and there were ones that were worse than that. There's actually, like I said, I didn't even print most of the stuff out. Oh, here's another. I couldn't get to this girl, but that's pages, just pages of letters. It's just sending this man who murdered his wife and children. And so I don't know what's up with this person, but I mean, you can't even like, have the lighting through it. I can hardly read any of this. It starts off by saying, "It has been 2 weeks since the demise of your beautiful family." What a weird thing to say. And so they go on for pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down to a 9th page, going on and on about all the videos Shanann had posted and how much they know about like Chris Watts' family now. And even finishes up the letter as Shanann said, "No one is promised tomorrow. I have to keep that in mind." Why are you quoting this man's wife that he murdered to him? Like it's just some I just is it loneliness? Do they feel like maybe they're really helping somebody in this situation? Are they hoping for something? I really just like, I don't know. I almost want to like wish I could like call some of these people up and be like, "Hey, I noticed that you wrote a letter, several actually, to a murderer. So just kind of wanted to talk to you about that and get into why." And a lot of these women have kids too, like they talk about their kids. And I'm like, this guy murdered his wife and his kids. You know that, right? I don't think that he likes kids. He probably would murder yours too, eventually, when he finally snaps. I just, I don't know. I cannot understand. Look at all this. Look at all these papers from these people writing these letters, writing these jail letters. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you want to hear more, I could do a whole other episode on more of these letters that people sent. This is just all within like the end of August, September, and then beginning of October. And I only got like halfway through September before I was like, this is more than I can even cover in one episode. So that's going to do it for today. If you want to send me any feedback, you can send me an email at ineedfriendspod@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at ineedfriends_pod. You can find me on Twitter at @aladyhuman. I think that covers the socials, but I love getting feedback about my show, good or bad. Just, send it on over. If there's something that you want to hear, I love recapping movies. So if there's a movie that like you don't want to watch, but you want to know all about it, I will do that for you. If that's what you want, just let me know. So, and then you can also check out ineedfriendspod.com for any of your I Need Friends gear, which I'm not wearing any today, but that's just because I couldn't find anything. I really need to do some laundry. So, well, that's going to do it. Till next time. Bye, friends.